Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and or its affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. Some of this content may be adult in nature, so please use discretion while watching with your kids.
Please.
Please.
Yeah, you got to add that please there.
It's not playing this.
Oh, is it muted? No. Well, anyways.
Why?
You have to go down into the music, the sound settings. So, yeah, good morning. Coming to you live from Axe Media Group headquarters here in the beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay, with your hosts, Matt and Jay. We got Steve. He braved the snow. There you go. Did you have the volume turned down?
I didn't, but it was down.
All right. You'll probably want to pull the mic a little closer to your face so people can hear your beautiful
Good morning,
voice.
everybody.
We want to hear Jay's beautiful voice.
Coming to you live from AMG Studios here in the beautiful Springfield, Missouri. We start calling it AMG.
Cool.
Amiga. Amiga Studios.
Amiga.
It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay, with your hosts, Matt and Jay.
And me.
And Steve.
Or Mickey.
And Steve.
And Steve.
Yeah, they call over at Northwest, they call you Reverend O'Mickey Mac. They call you little O'Mickey. They have all kinds of variations of the Mickey.
You know, that's what pastor's doing. He's going, Reverend O'Mickey Mac.
Yeah, and he says that officially, like when we're broadcasting the church service. He says that. Reverend O'Mickey Mac. So you sound like a Catholic priest. A Scottish Catholic priest.
Welcome.
I am Reverend O'Mickey Mac, coming to you live.
Welcome to the
You
show.
can take my life, but they'll never take my freedom.
No, I tell you what.
Snow? Really? That's today's
Really?
show. And, you know, since it's so cold, you guys were talking about something that hits really hard to home for me. Now, this really, really, really just, I mean, this is something that I'm really passionate about.
What, snow?
No.
Oh.
Adult footy pajamas.
Oh,
We need
yeah.
some adult footy pajamas that aren't weird. Just plain. Why don't
They're
they
comfortable.
give us onesie outfits that we can wear now? You know?
You know what? I thought I saw a while ago onesies or
They do
footy-
make footy pajamas for adults, but they're like always goofy. Just get some plain Jane. You know, do they sell the red flannel footy pajamas anymore?
Oh man,
With the flap,
go way
the
back.
poo flap. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
we're going way back.
Those
now.
were a real thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, and the poo flap was just for that, so you didn't have to disrobe completely in the
Actually,
outhouse
I gotta confess.
to relieve yourself.
I gotta confess, I had a pair.
You had a pair?
Way
It's
back.
like, you know, we really,
way back.
really need red flannel footy pajamas. But you know what? I probably wouldn't
I
wear
got
because
an
they'd be too
idea.
hot. It'd be too hot.
I was just gonna say, well, it's gonna be too hot now that spring is supposed to be here, but snow, really? Anyway.
Exactly. That's today's topic.
I
of
think we should do a
conversation.
pajama party and wear pajamas.
Yeah. Well, some pajamas aren't appropriate to wear out.
That's true. Depending on what kind of pajamas we have at home will depend on whether
Yeah.
we should wear them or not
Yeah.
in public. But hey, go to Walmart
What's the
and
matter?
strain
Oh, I'm just
fall wart.
fall wart.
Go there and you can see people in pajamas
Where?
in a place that's a very popular store. That's
Walmart. Just say it. You've
Walmart.
already said it.
I already said it. So
You know, there's actually a website specifically catered to that particular store and the interesting people that are in there.
yeah, I've seen the videos.
You know, back in my drug days, we only did our shopping at like 2 o'clock in the morning there. And you see some of the most interesting people there.
And that's when they come out.
And we were part of that group. I realize that now. You know, going up. Yeah, all right, so you go in there, and you're walking around. You're thinking, we're going to do some shopping, you know. And we leave there with like 4 cases of Mountain Dew and a bunch of, you know, Powerade. No food whatsoever.
That's what
stay hydrated. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting people there.
Yeah.
And you see all kinds of different outfits. And it's like, who's going to dress up to go there?
And
To go
I
where?
mean, to the grocery store.
yeah, you should just,
I think it's cool.
Our local retail store.
I think it's cool.
It is. I mean,
I
very
like it.
interesting.
it's a melting pot.
I like seeing people dressed up and even in costumes.
It's the only place that you can go where you can see somebody in a suit standing next to somebody wearing, a man wearing
A onesie.
Daisy Dukes and a pink tank top with a purple cowboy hat on, and high heels.
Hey, I don't know if I said this, but last weekend I got to see all 3 of my sons
Yeah.
and my grandson.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes, God is good. I'm so blessed. I
Morning,
can't.
Larry.
I mean, I didn't spend as much time as I would have liked to. There were reasons for it, but I'm welcome to come back. Of course, their mom wasn't there, and I don't think she really wants me there. But
So that's why it was just the boys.
but she was away. She was on vacation, so I got to go and I went on the property and I went in his apartment and everything. So and I got and I said, hey, let me take you and your son out to eat. We'll go out and eat a buffet because I had taken my middle son Christopher out to a buffet, Chinese buffet. As soon as I said Chinese, he was like, Chinese? Well, I said Chinese, but because we
Listen, Chinese food.
send hate mail too.
Please
Yeah.
send your hate mail too.
Please,
Spaceman.
I look
such and
forward
such.
to your letters.
Orange mushroom special.
Yeah.
And we have to apologize to Jim Whining for the emails that he will receive.
You know what's funny though?
Please forward those.
But I like Chinese food, especially when it's owned by people of more of a closer ethnic relationship to the
Right.
food.
Yeah.
I like the language and the
Because it's
accent,
authentic.
and they really are different in their politeness and their and you can tell when they're in a bad mood because that's pretty obvious too.
Yeah.
They're not
What's on their faces?
well, and they're a little sarcastic in their way of their American way. So it's a little bit racial the way they act.
Sarcasm doesn't translate well.
Yeah,
No.
it's
Yeah.
funny. So I think that's fun.
You
but
have
it
to
was
have a
great
pretty
time.
good command of the
The
language.
place was packed. I took him at 2 because he doesn't like crowds, and
there was a crowd.
it was packed. We had to wait to sit down.
People spending their stimulus money
Yeah, but he had a
Hey.
great time, and
on
so did
Chinese
I.
food.
You could tell.
And the food was fantastic. It was so good and fresh. Everything was coming out and going. They were taking stuff out and bringing stuff in just as we were getting it.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want to see something like that
It was so good.
because then you know it's fresh and it's hot.
And if I had a couple of hours, which I wished I had, we could have sat there until we had a little more room to go up again because there was so much there that So I took just a tiny little bit, like maybe a few ounces of everything that I could get on my plate. And the plate filled up before I was even halfway through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That happens.
Oh.
Depending on
Their dessert bar was amazing. Their sushi bar was amazing. Their seafood bar was amazing. They had crab legs and, all the things you wouldn't expect to see at a. But anyway, that has nothing to do with snow.
No, but it's a random day because we get up and we're walking out the garage. The garage door isn't even open all the way, but it's opening. And Jay says, "I wonder if it's still snowing." And I thought he was joking. And you still couldn't see it until all of a sudden the hood reveal and there's snow on it. I'm like, "Oh, you are not joking."
No.
Then we get here and it's like all of a sudden the snowflakes are like 2 inches in diameter.
Exactly. I mean, I had driving up here on 65. It was like a fine mist, but then you could tell that there was a little bit of rain mixed with the snow. But then I didn't get any real snow until I got up here to West Bypass. And then all of a sudden it's like, where'd this come from?
I was on our deck, sitting on the deck at 4:45 this morning, and sitting there, and I couldn't tell it was snowing because I didn't look at
Right.
the lights or anything, and it was too dark to see anything. There weren't any lights on. And so I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm kind of thinking, well, that looks weird. And I start looking, why does that look? And I start looking around because I stagger out there pretty sleepy before I even know what's going on. And I look, and sure enough, there's snow on the railing, but I don't feel any snow. And I turn my head, and then I feel it on my cheek, and I look up, and I look at the light, and sure enough, it is just coming down.
Yeah. If
So-
it wasn't like up in the 70s for the last like 4 days,
I know,
you know,
that's why I
it
said.
would all be sticking right now.
Yesterday, our backyard was a river.
Which, you know, get up on that remote and go to channel number 2
For what?
and on the switcher.
Yeah,
I've
I've got it up already.
So you, if you're not from here, you can see what it looks like right now.
Is the camera on in there?
Yeah,
And you aimed it out?
I aimed it out.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, man. Hello.
You see it?
Yep.
Look at that.
I can't really see the snow.
can.
I can see the gray sky.
frosting, like light frosting on the trees, but it's definitely snow.
Yeah, yeah.
It's windy. By the way, they're talking wind chills of 22 degrees.
Yeah. Well, see, you can see. No, I need to get it to not zoom in on that. That's actually kind of a peaceful looking picture there.
It almost looks
Like
a
I could
live
fall asleep.
wallpaper.
Like you could do this, be like, just sit back and relax and listen to the wind. I can't do it without sound.
I wish we could get that to
Brush
come up
little-
in transition.
And make it. See the happy little clouds?
Yeah, just what we should do is just like put that picture on there. You didn't.
Oh, you mean switch it over to the four?
There you go. You got it.
What?
It wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. I mean, I guess you could have superimposed it to the top, in the middle, but on with the switcher. But
dragged it.
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
all right.
we got to learn all that stuff. This is great equipment. We got such great equipment and technology, and we just don't know how to use it. We haven't had the time, really.
They sold the old office building again.
Really?
Those people, they
Plaza
had,
Towers.
yeah, they
He sold it before they foreclosed, I imagine.
yeah, they were probably had to. They lost so many people.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't go in and just start guns blazing. People who have been established there, and then all of a sudden start taking stuff away, and then expect them to pay more. That's crazy.
And they
That's a
have a
really
few-
bad business model.
Yeah,
It
and they
is.
have a few
Are we
clients that...
talking the former place where I was at?
It
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me.
Wow.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean,
Yeah, there's a lot of empty. There was a lot of empty.
I will say that
Already, yeah.
I will say, and without, I don't want to get, I don't want to get us in trouble with anybody. I'm not slandering, but I will say that new management made some changes, a lot of changes that were counterproductive to our normal daily routine there that a lot of people found unacceptable. Did I word that okay? I think
Yeah,
that worked fine.
was good.
None of it really bothered me except for the rent
yeah.
going up. I thought that was
I thought
probably
that was not
inappropriate timing for that.
Yeah.
So first you go in and you invest the money in making it something better than it already is.
And then,
Then you say, okay, the rent's going up. But you don't go in and implement a bunch of inconvenience rules that make it already not as good as it was and then raise the rent. That's kind of backwards. But I think he was planning on doing
morning,
things so
Susan
fast
Burrows, Dennis Everson.
that the transition wouldn't be noticed. COVID didn't help either.
No.
COVID kind of. I think COVID pushed it along pretty quick.
It didn't help, but he was definitely doing it wrong, especially in light of that.
Yeah. So Larry Melton says he's not going to plant potatoes today.
You're not
Oh,
playing
that's
potatoes
a good
today.
day not to.
You know, if you were a true Irishman
You'd have had him in the ground last
or
November.
Scotsman, it would have been done already.
Yeah,
You would have got up at 2 o'clock in the morning
build
and had a
up
whole field planted by this afternoon.
right.
Anyways.
You'd have him in the ground in November, so the
Potatoes-
worms could get
Potatoes are pretty cool. Like
preparing the soil for you.
Potatoes grow pretty good.
Yeah.
There's ways
In
to
a
do
lot
it.
of weather.
You know what you do is you just you plant them, and then in a small mound, and as they keep coming up, you bury a third of the stalk, I think it is, and you just keep burying a third of the stalk, and then you get a mound of new potatoes on the top and full potatoes.
And
on the
you
bottom.
just break the potatoes up into pieces and replant those.
You take the small
Wow.
potatoes, the
That's-
new ones on the
that's
top,
new for
and guess
me.
what you do with them?
You boil them.
Stew.
Stew.
Stew, bro.
Potato soup.
I think that's how it works.
Man, I tell you what, I put the stew in stupid.
So we got
'Cause
2
it's
minutes
stupid
before
good
our
stew.
commercial.
10 minutes?
Stupid stew.
2.
2 minutos till a word from some of our sponsors.
Yes, and you don't want to miss this video.
Is it? Yeah, these are
Really excellent.
basically clips from Johnny Rooster interviews that are in 30-second increments.
He's getting it too, man. You
Rooster's
gotta
working
go out
really
and see what
hard.
he's doing.
We just got to work on his music.
Yeah, you got to see what he's doing.
I mean,
though.
it's funny that it sounds like it's coming from like a Casio keyboard, like a little bitty, because it is.
And what's his objective with what he's doing? He wants to give to nonprofits, small businesses, and what was the other one?
Local business.
Local businesses, nonprofits, and what was the other one?
I don't know.
Charities.
Yeah. Larry Melton says you can plant potatoes in a bale of straw. Now, we tried that, planting stuff in bales of hay or bales of straw. It didn't work like we thought it would.
No?
No. We did end up with a bunch of moldy bales of hay, though, up against the. Because what we were doing is, with Dad.
How nice.
Yeah, with Dad, it was we were trying to. Dad wanted to try it out because the bales of hay are higher up off the ground, and he wanted to do that instead of building a planter. Which I'm saying for people that have a hard time bending over. Now, Steve Schultz doesn't have a problem because he's already pretty low to the ground. So
We love you, Steve.
I had to give you that jibe, Steve.
Yeah.
Build a plant box. Because, see, you got to have, with each plant, and Larry, you'll know all about this. With each plant, it has to have a certain amount of space to itself. Otherwise, you won't get good. It has to be a delicate balance. Like in those planters that you supposedly can plant 4 plants in, that, you just fill the bottom up
And-
with water.
Time for a commercial.
Oh, we'll be right back with some more gardening tips in the snow.
Yeah, keep that thought.
Did it go? Yes.
They can probably hear us, so just so you know. Oh, no, yeah.
And some people have no idea what's next around the corner once they reach Medicare age, parts A and B and what's C and D and a Medicare Advantage plan. Each client is unique. I do what we call fact finding and go over some things and learn about them and get to know them and what they want and what their concerns are and make sure that they stay in network with their doctors. I'm actually licensed in Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, and Tennessee. So those folks, they can call me and I can get them hooked up with whatever they need as far as health insurance goes.
She doesn't sit back and wait for someone else. If the phone lines are lit up and I can't get it, she's just as apt to answer the phone herself. We do keep 2 same-day appointments every day that we don't schedule ahead of time. That's there for that. And we get a lot of same-day where that's hard to get in to other clinics. You know that when you call up and say, I need to get in today. And I think that's the nature of rural health clinics such as ours, is that we're there when you're sick. You're not going to have to wait a week or 2 weeks.
Who are the majority of your customers?
Hey, buddy, look out!
What kind of
Watch
people
where
are
you're
they?
going.
Or what kind of
Usually
businesses?
they are either elderly.
Who you calling elderly, Sonny?
They have a 2-person income, but no time to do the lawn or do the pretty work or the landscaping or add color. So these are the majority of my clientele, just by very fact of either not able to do it or no time.
And what kind of customers are you looking for now?
More of the same, but also looking for commercial
What is the best way to reach you?
through phone 417-619-4441.
Call that number, Melvin. I can't wait forever.
Hey, dear, let's go get some new Formica countertops from Kitchenland USA. They look great, just like wood finish.
Formica? Oh, that's tacky. I remember that when I was growing up.
Well, let's see what Brad Schrock says. He's the owner of Kitchenland USA. He should know. You must unlearn what you have learned.
Oh, all right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
That's too funny. His commercials, they crack me up. So we should be back. You guys should be hearing us. That was a little Yoda. Is that Johnny Rooster? No, that's Brad Yoda Schrock. Brad Schrock was in here, I think, wasn't he? At one time? Janet Hale says, not. So welcome back. Welcome back to the party. You know what we need to do, Jay?
Is everybody hearing us?
We just need to put up a green screen right there and put something on it. So that way, whenever we switch over, the green screen thing is gone.
But it won't be full screen.
No, it doesn't have to be. It can be. We can just put just a square there and make it look like a window and a wall. We could actually make it look like a white wall with lines in it.
Oh, that would be cool.
Anyways, so we're glad that you guys are with us. We were talking about, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, planters.
Yes, not nuts,
Larry
but
says.
just planters.
Larry says you need a lot. They need a lot of water, and yeah, that's need lots of water for what? Potatoes. And the snow is really good for the soil. It really is. Snow is better for the soil than rain.
Really,
it has more nitrogen in it.
Oh,
and nitrogen is used by the plant to help it grow.
Right.
I hear that chlorophyll is really good for you if you drink it.
Chlorophyll?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. maybe I just I've been watching too much Iron Man. Huh?
I was going to say I never heard that.
Well, I mean, the chlorophyll is basically like if they didn't have chlorophyll, they couldn't do the osmosis, where they take the sunlight and turn it into what have you. I think it's something about it.
So it makes the leaves green.
Yeah.
And the greener the leaves, the more they get energy from the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. If they weren't green, they wouldn't be able to survive. You think?
No, because there are plants with red leaves that do. So I wonder if they don't process chlorophyll differently.
Here's a question for you. What plant always turns red first in fall?
Is it?
Ooh. What?
And it's one you don't want to touch. Poison sumac.
I knew it was poison something.
Poison sumac turns red before anything else. That's one of the things that gives it away besides the 5-leaf pattern.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and then. And I've learned from experience that poison sumac sucks.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm not allergic to poison ivy anymore. I got it really bad once when I was young. I mean, really, really bad. Like, Dad had to take me to the emergency room because my eyes and my throat was starting to swell shut.
Ooh. Wow.
And then he felt bad because Mom wouldn't let me sit anywhere in the house, anywhere near anybody. It was my birthday, and she said I wasn't going to be able to swim in the pool. So I'm sitting there just by the couch on the floor. Just my eyes are swollen shut, and I'm just bawling my head off. And, I feel bad knowing that Dad felt bad about that because I really wasn't trying to make him feel bad. I was just like, I want to be able to.
Yeah, you were bummed out. It was your birthday.
It's bad. Some people get it so bad. I'm blessed that I never had it so bad, and I was always getting into it. I rolled down a hillside that was covered literally with poison ivy and didn't get it.
Yeah, well,
my ex-wife,
okay,
my ex-wife, she got it so bad like you, with her eyes swelled shut and they were seeping, and she was pregnant.
Oh man,
like far along pregnant.
So I bet you one of your children aren't allergic.
In her mouth.
What?
One of her children?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Because with her allergy, it gets in her bloodstream. So she gets it everywhere, literally.
Oh, man.
So, and we'll get to the scripture of the day here in just a second, Mr. Larry. So here's the thing. The reason she wouldn't let me touch anything is she thought that it was contagious.
Oh.
Once you wash the oil off of your skin and wash the oil out of your clothes, you're no longer contagious.
But the oil doesn't break down. very easily.
Right.
So even if you wash it, it's you got to be careful because you can spread that oil all around your house and
Oh yeah.
just keep getting it for years.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I had it really bad. Long story short.
Where did you get it again?
Everywhere.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, where did you get it from?
It was poison. Yeah, it was poison ivy. It was the horse. It was off of horses.
Oh, right, because they're like, hey.
Yeah. Well, you go and brush a horse down. You got to be careful because they rub, they scratch.
Do you want to wash them first? Do you wash horses before you brush them?
Well, sometimes.
Oh.
You just got to be careful to, I mean, you're going to get it from horses. If you're like.
I am not cool with that. I love horses, though. Don't
As
know
much
anything.
as I like horses,
don't
I
know
know my
anything about
limit.
being able to. I don't know all the technical stuff about
Hey,
riding. That
they're
they teach
broadcasting our show live over axemediagroup.com.
you. Yeah, they always do.
No, not always.
I thought they always do.
No, we had that figured out, I think, but I don't know that we kept doing that. That's cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so
I
yes,
got to start getting here earlier because I know I can do better than this. So I thank you all for being patient. We love you so much for just tuning in every time and watching us fumble around. And then loading that video onto this computer today was so fast. It was so
that's
fast.
a really fast,
so easy.
flash drive.
Dragging and dropping and filing and
Yeah, and I paid $80 for that. That's one that I carry with me back and forth. You know,
that's a solid state.
It's a solid state.
How many terabytes?
500 gigabytes.
500 gigabytes.
Yeah, solid state memory is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper than it used to be. It used to be I said used to be like 3 times. It used to be like $1 a gig or more.
Yeah.
So if you get a terabyte, that's $1,000.
Did
back
we
in the
order
day.
the microphone for that room?
Yes. Yes,
Awesome.
I ordered it yesterday.
Solid state, wasn't that a brand name for something electronic a while ago?
Not brand name, no. Solid state is exactly that. Like you got a regular external hard drive. It's got a motor and a little disky thing that spins in there, right?
Ah, okay.
And that's where it keeps, just like a modem. It has moving parts, and so it takes a little while for it to speed up, and it takes a little bit more to process it. And then, but when you plug that thing in, it's solid state. And it's on there like that. Like you're not even done plugging it in all the way, and it's already popping up on your screen.
Yeah.
So like both of these computers right here have solid state memory in them because it makes them faster. So,
real quick shout out on Jana. Thank you for watching, and she said that she was going to try to get on. She missed you guys a couple days. By the way, of the watch parties, I found out that Facebook did away with the program.
yeah. Well, what can you do? I haven't been able to do watch parties for a long time.
I think they've had it off for a
I
while.
was probably part of a beta program or something where they just kind of, because I was sharing it with, I know I have over 1,400 friends on my Facebook, and I was sharing it with probably 2/3 of them.
Yep.
To try and, so I'm pretty sure I had a few people complain because I did it every day. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, share. I'd be sitting here for 20 minutes. So yeah, that would suck. Let me see who that was that did that. Steve Schultz says he had a guy at work that was burning brush and breathed in that smoke, poison ivy smoke.
Ooh.
And
I never thought about that.
And I still, we enjoy you too, Jana.
Somehow my headphones got turned up.
I don't know. Did you turn them up? So, years later, this is how I found out I'm not allergic to poison ivy anymore.
Yeah.
So, my buddy and I, we went out in the woods. We just were going to go, like, maybe hunting squirrel or something. And he stops me, and he says, "Are you allergic to poison ivy?" I said, "I think so. I haven't had it in a real long time." He said, "Don't move." And then I realized we are standing in, it's almost all poison ivy, and it's all over me. It's touching me everywhere. I thought, well, this is going to suck. And I never broke out, nothing. Yeah. Can you guys hear us still?
With the auto gain on the VR, they probably didn't hear it change at all.
Yeah. I love that thing.
The VR?
Yeah.
It combined with this V-Mix.
Yeah. It's amazing. I would love to have just one of those to have at the house.
Oh, man.
Because we could do all kinds of stuff with it there. We can do all kinds of stuff with it here. It's awesome.
We don't
Technology.
even know.
We don't even, yeah.
All the things we hope it can do more.
Yeah. Anything you can do, I can do better.
And it doesn't just do it. We have to figure out how to use it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It can be done. You just got to learn how to get it done.
Yeah.
Now may the God of hope fill you with all joy, peace in believing, that you may abound in hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Romans 15:13. Scripture of the day. Janice said, wow, paused for just a sec.
What did?
I don't know.
The video?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, it is. No, it's working now.
No, we're good.
It may have been while I was changing the volume.
Larry says he can't hear us now.
He can't hear us now.
Uh-oh.
How about now? Yeah, we're getting audio.
Janice said, wow, paused for just... Okay, so we're pretty loud on here.
Yeah, because if you look, we're up higher than we
Yeah.
were at the
I
beginning
can
of the
tell.
show.
We're
Yeah.
in the
So
yellow.
when he
rewind the
turned that
video
down,
to-
he didn't turn any of the output down. That was just headphones that he turned down.
No, what I turned down was during the commercial I switched because what we're going to have to do is start working with that, knowing how to change over to the studio during the transition, where we're going to just slide this slider for this room down and slide that room up so that we don't have to move audio equipment. We just switch them. We just slide them.
Yeah.
And so I was setting that up. But when you do that, anyway, nobody wants to hear all about that technical.
Yeah, Larry. Well, see, Larry. We
so
need to
bear
do
with
something.
us. You're
We
going to
need
have the
some
technical
speakers
stuff.
or something.
We don't really have the time. I mean, in order to figure all this stuff out, it would take many more hours of the day to do it. So we do it kind of live during the thing.
So we're going to utilize our time here.
Yes.
And start, start learning more about it.
Yeah.
Like we're going to have green screens everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So you know how I tell you to shoot for -7 or -18, whatever, -7?
-7.
So that's what I didn't do. Is I didn't see once it was combined and it wasn't on PFL, and we could have done a little conversation. So I see where that's supposed to be, and then I can tell you, when you
He's
turn
like,
the
"I can
slider
now."
up, what the lights are, what the meters are supposed to read, so
Right.
that you know what to shoot for, so that we have a consistent audio.
Yeah. And I think,
But that's practice. We're going to do it.
go back to the old shows and
Yeah.
listen to the difference. The old shows were like,
Well, and we've
I
had
have
some
seen
really
that.
great material. Like, you have a great show. I was listening to you on your shows with the interviews that you do, which are fantastic, and the people you have on. Johnny's doing great stuff. We, of course, are great because we're the morning drive.
yeah, we're awesome.
Penny for your thoughts. Open-ended. We had Crime Time. I think he's going to be coming
Yeah,
back.
we're working on getting that back.
The classic episodes of Tony Hammock's The New Gold Standard are amazing. We can do better at this, and we have people bring in really great material.
Yeah.
And we don't want to let them down. We don't want to let you down. We want when you come here and you watch a show to feel like
What
you've
he
had
said.
something that was produced as well as we can produce it for you, because you're our audience and we love you and we're doing this for you.
So this is Thursday. What do we have today? We have
Penny for
Penny
your
for your
thoughts.
thoughts.
Yeah. And then are we?
And it was Tony Hammock.
And are we recording a show to be played at another time? Aren't we recording a study today?
Yeah.
With Dana from Penn.
Yeah, but I think that's after, because
After,
they're the last
yeah.
show of the day. So when we get done here,
Yeah.
I'm going to take that flash drive out, and I'm going to go pick a show out from our classic archives, and we're going to play it as a classic episode.
Cool.
Jana says, I watch other shows too, and I enjoyed watching them all. Thank you, Jana.
Yeah.
And
we
Larry
have great
Melton
people
can
coming
hear
to
us
bring in
now,
more.
so that's good. We're glad. He was having an issue last night. Oh, last night in Northwest. The prayer meeting. You got to go watch that video because you were wearing a bright green shirt, and
It turned black.
I told Pastor, I'm like, I think I'm gonna turn his shirt a different color.
It can do multiple things, so you could have like
I could have put any picture I wanted on his shirt.
right, but could you have kept a green screen background picture and then overlaid him a different one?
If he's wearing a green shirt, well, no, it's
I thought about it. I thought, oh, it's green. That's why it's black. But I didn't know that you were turned.
I wonder though, like if you can take the green,
you would
and
have
make
to have
it one thing.
You would
and
have
then
to have
take
two
another
different
sample,
colors.
Yeah, take another sample of another color, and then make it another picture while the green is still the original picture. I wonder if you can do that.
Possibly. Like I wonder if I could just click on
Like overlays.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does it have an overlay?
Well, I mean, they are. It is
Does
an
it have
overlay.
multiple overlays?
It is in and of itself an overlay.
Does it have multiple overlays? Ooh, I can't wait to find out.
But we're not going to find out like
will.
We're not going to try right before show though.
No.
But yeah, I was. So we're watching. I'm pretty sure a lot of
We're
people
actually
were like,
done, aren't we? We got 1 minute.
Yeah, we got 45 seconds.
Yeah.
So
It was fun last night.
yeah, you need to go check it out. Northwestchurch.church. It's on there. Check
What'd
it
you do to Mickey Mac again? I'm sorry. I
Okay, so he's sitting there, and I did the chroma key, sampled his shirt color, and then when I turned it on first, it goes like a gray purplish color, and then I turned it on with something else, and it just goes black. So it just looked like he was wearing a black shirt.
I was looking on.
You know,
Steve's,
black is slimming, Steve.
it is. I'm telling you. You know, I was watching Steve-O's phone. I'm like,
Can you sample somebody's skin color and make it like an invisible man?
No, it's well. Their skin tone has too many variants in it.
Oh,
Like that's why you said that color green or that color blue, the certain color blue. You can do different
all
things
I
with.
saw was my hands in my head. I didn't see the black. It kind of.
Did you go back and watch it later and look at it closer? It actually doesn't look bad.
No,
it looks kind of cool with what you had on your shirt. So you hear that music? That's Jay's way of going. Time to get out of here.
Yes, it's been fun. It's been real fun. Well, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the Morning Drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Be sure and tune in next for more fun and adventures, followed by Penny for Your Thoughts, basically a woman's Bible study. Awesome. So check it out. It's not basically, it is. It's not just for women, but it's women doing a Bible study.
Yeah.
And Jay.
That.
So until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt.
my name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
And this has been The Morning Drive. To you.